Hey ladies, welcome back. So if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you are probably in warmer temperatures like me and you're feeling just like I am, where everybody is trying to push us into fall. If you've seen the stores, you know what I'm talking about, but it's still so hot outside that we just can't get out of summer. So if you want to be able to participate in the fall season come September and October, but you know the temperatures are still going to be blazing hot, I'm going to share with you 6 tips on how to move your makeup routine into fall even when it feels like summer outside. If you're new here, my name is Terry. I make videos every Monday and Thursday for women over 50 who love beauty, who want ideas, tips, tricks, hauls, and all the things related to beauty sprinkled in with some skincare, health and wellness as well. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I really hope you'll consider doing it. It's free for you to do it, but it really helps me out. So, all right, so let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. So I've been talking about some of the things sporadically in different videos. I definitely mention them when I'm sharing makeup tips, but I thought it would be really helpful to put together a video where I have all 5 of these tips that are really going to help you when you're moving into this fall season. And for me, I really start thinking about fall when September hits. When I'm in August, I'm still embracing my summer earth tones, my pinkish lipstick, some of the earthy kind of colors, my light fragrances, all of those things. But as soon as September hits, I feel like it's time to go into fall, and I don't really want to be wearing the summer things anymore. I want to pretend like I have seasons, even though I'm here in South Florida and we really don't have seasons here, but I'll pretend. I want my pumpkin spice latte, the pumpkin bread. I want my candles to smell like fall. I just love that season, and I want to have my makeup and my style like it's fall, even if it is 90 degrees outside. All right, so we're going to skip all that, and we're going to go right to tip number 1, and this is a very easy one, and it's one I talk about a lot on my other videos. So if you watch my past videos, you've heard me talk about foundation. Now, if you've been in the summer sun, if you have gone to the pool, if you've gone to the lake, or if you just hung out at the beach or something, your skin is probably tan, sun-kissed, and has probably gone a couple of shades darker for the summer. And so what you want to make sure you do is when you go into the fall, your skin may lighten up a little bit. That has happened to me, and I always have a lighter shade of foundation on hand for the fall season. So you want to make sure you check your shades, and if you have to go a half to a full shade lighter, you may want to focus on that, because if you do not, your foundation may be a little too dark. You may not be able to blend it as well. So it's just something to be aware of. Now, for me, you probably already know this, I am obsessed with the Younique cream foundations. That is my go-to. I generally use them every single day. I happen to love those because I think they're super creamy. They go on light and airy, and they blend so well, and you just can't tell it's there, but it really looks like, you know, that it really looks beautiful on your skin. You can't tell that it's there. So I am a real fan of that. I happen to use the shade of 2N because I have neutral tones to my skin. But if you're interested in the cream foundation, you click on the link, it will take you to a quiz that will give you the right prepper based on some questions. It'll give you the right shade for you. Another good alternative to the cream foundation in the Younique brand, I've talked about this before, is the e.l.f. CC cream with SPF. I also love this foundation. Like the Younique cream foundation, it goes on super light and airy and creamy, and I'm obsessed with this one too. It also has the SPF, and that I like that addition for the CC cream. You don't find that too much in foundations. And if you're somebody like me that forgets to put SPF on, this is a really good foundation to have because, of course, you really don't have to think about putting the SPF on because it's right in your foundation. It's built in. I just love this brand. So if you want an alternative, this is a really good one. So go ahead and pick yourself up one. Make sure you pick the appropriate shade, knowing that you're going to go into the fall season and you may not have that sun-kissed look anymore. You may lose that because you may not be out in the sun so much anymore. Okay, that leads me into fall season tip number 2, which is swapping out your light neutral eyeshadows, the browns, tans, earth tones, for a deeper, darker jewel tone color. This is where you can start introducing all kinds of color into your palette. So as summer hits, you're going to tend to see me wearing deeper colors, more of the purples, the burgundies, the rust tones. I love those colors right now. I'm in love with a few products I'm going to go over with you. The first one is the Younique double sided eye stick, and this particular one is purple, light purple, like an orchid color. one darker on one side and one lighter color on the other side. I am obsessed with eye sticks. They're creamy and they're so simple, easy to use, and you can throw them in your purse. They're so versatile and I love them so much. So make sure that you consider eye sticks if you want to move into something with more of a jewel tone. This is a really nice one. Also, what I have on my eyes right now is the Maybelline. It's the City Mini palette in the Skyscape Dusk color. And I love these colors. Oh, look how really nice and beautiful, sort of like a burgundy color and a darky pink and a little bit of a light pink. These colors are so complementary and perfect together. You can see on my eyes how beautiful, and it's Maybelline. So it is super affordable. I would even go and get a couple of these palettes just to mix and match and play with them. Like I said, it's not a really huge, big investment, but it's just really nice to sort of play with those colors. Also on Amazon, I checked out a couple of other palettes that look wonderful. One is the ColourPop, and I love these deep toned colors and they just really work well together. And then also the Anastasia palette. In this palette, it looks like there's some gold color in there, which is perfect as you even move into the holiday season. You have holiday parties and you might have something with a little more sparkle in it. I love this palette. I just feel like all these colors work well together. And again, it's a good transition into the fall and winter seasons. So these are some really, really good options for a color for the fall. All right, so we're getting into tip number 3, which is going to tie a lot of this together. And that is with the lipsticks. Ladies, it is that time of year where you can go red. Think deep red, scarlet red, burgundy red. If you have darker toned skin, you can even venture into deeper jewel tones. But by switching these fall shades, they're automatically going to look fall. Not to say that you can't still wear your pinks, your earth tones, that kind of stuff, but pairing them with a darker, deeper fall color can really feel confident embracing the new fall season. So I love this swap because not only is it easy to play with different shades, but you're really not investing a lot of money into different lipstick shades. All of them work really well together and they give you that fall vibe. So let me go over a couple of my favorites. The first one is the Drop Dead lipstick. That's the one I'm wearing right now. This is, again, the Younique brand. It's super creamy. It's not too red. It's just perfect. Goes with some of my jewel tone colors that I have on here. And it is a beautiful color that I paired with the Peppy lip liner right here. And these are perfect complementary colors to each other. So you might want to consider something like a red like this and something like a Peppy lip liner to go with it. I'm a big fan of lining my lips when I use darker colors. I feel like you can really have a good clean line, especially with the darker colors. They're a little less forgiving when you go outside of your lip line, so you want to make sure that you have that lip liner to keep your lipstick really in place. Another really nice color in the Younique line is Loaded. I love this color. It's not quite as dark. It's more of a mauve red color, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit of a muted red if you don't want to go full red. Loaded is a really great color too. You want to also pair that with a lip liner. You can do the Peppy lip liner too with that and create a little bit of an ombre look. But all these different types of shades and all these different types of shades and liners really go so well together. Again, you can mix and match because creating an ombre look is also a lot of fun if you want to go a little bit more muted and you don't want to go as deep red. Those are some really good options for you. And I really would be remiss if I didn't mention my favorite type of lip product, and that is the lip gloss. You have heard me talk about these so many times. I talk about these on almost all of my videos. This lip gloss and lip plumper line from CoverGirl. I think CoverGirl has really come a long way, especially in the last year, on their lip products. They have really, really raised my hopes as far as getting a really nice lip gloss, and they're not cheesy, they're not cheap, they're really, really a good, nice product. They give yourself a little bit of a gloss. The plumpers give your lip a little bit of plump, and I really love this. They come in a lot of colors, a lot of shades, a lot of tints, so you might want to consider grabbing these. And to be honest with you, they're super easy to find. You can even go to the grocery store and find CoverGirl products there, or just go to your regular CVS or Ulta, wherever you get your makeup products. But you cannot skip on these CoverGirl lip glosses because they're just going to add that extra layer. I have the plain lip gloss. This is clear, and I have that on right now. So I have the combination Peppy Lip Liner, the, what did I just say? The Drop Dead lipstick color, and I've got the clear lip gloss on my lips right now. And I am set. This is gonna be my go-to. It's gonna be what I reach for all the time. So yeah, definitely pick yourself up some of those really nice deep colors and mix and match and play. And you're really gonna love that transition into the fall. Okay, so we talked enough about color because I feel like we haven't. But tip number 4 also talks about colors, and that's in the cheek area. So I know that in the summer we're doing more brown contouring colors to match our darker tan skin. But in the fall, when the months turn cooler, the days are shorter, and you're not in the sunlight as much, you may need a little bit of help adding that extra color into your skin. You know me, I'm constantly reaching for cream blushes like this one that can really help get that sun-kissed look, even if the sun is hiding. My go-to that I'm really loving, like I showed you, is in the shade Fresh Orchid, and that's again by the Younique Products, but you can get these creams anywhere. I always recommend in this fall or in the winter to add a little bit more color than you normally would, just because as we're getting a little more pale because we're not in the sun so much, you don't want to have that washed out look. You want to add that extra color into your skin. So I want you to embrace some of those darker or maybe more of the color that you're already using, or get a couple of other different colors and kind of mix and match. This is the Fresh Orchid that I have on right now. I applied a little bit more than I normally do just because I'm sort of getting into the fall routine. So make sure you pay attention to your blush. You don't want to ignore that part. Now, if you really want to embrace the fall season, let's talk about tip number 5, which is fragrance. So is it me, or is fragrance having a moment lately? I feel like it is. But I'm not really a big perfumey girl. I'm kind of more of a body spray girl. But making a big comeback in the fall are body oils. And the body oils are right up my alley. And I don't know about you, but I remember back in the 70s and 80s when musk oil was really big. And then for some reason, oils went away. And I don't know what happened to them, but guess what? They're back. And in a bigger, better, light, clean, crisp way. I really love what I'm seeing out there. And one of the things that I love is this Olagie. This product has 6 different oils, and they're kind of in a trial size, which I like because then I don't have to invest in a big bottle. I have to invest a lot of money. I can get trials so that I can try them, and then I can invest in the bigger bottle if I really like them. I love this option because it gives, like I said, it gives me a chance to sample different ones and then pick the one I really like as I try it and use it a little bit more. A lot of these fragrances, one is like a sandalwood flavor, one's a coconut flavor. If you go to the link, it kind of has a description of each of the flavors, and I love this option because I think it's just so practical, and I like being given options without having to invest a lot. Another fragrance I really love is the Santal fragrance, and this is the bottle that I use. When I was in Milan, Italy, a year ago, all I remember about Milan was that it smelled so good. Every store I went into, every person that was around smelled really good. And I asked my daughter, what is the scent that I'm smelling in Milan? And she says, oh, it's Santal. So she said, go to Amazon, type in Santal, it'll give you the knockoff, which is the woody sandalwood at Amazon. And I bought it for like $35, so it's really affordable. And I love Santal. I think it gives you this fall crisp scent, and it's just so wonderful, light and crisp. I just love Santal. If you're not familiar with it, you may want to pick yourself up one of these. I also get it in the oils. I put it in my diffuser. I have Santal everywhere, but I like the knockoff, and this is the woody sandalwood. And another pro tip, I saw this in the CVS the other day, and I was floored. CVS is starting to really raise their game on fragrances, and they had like 8 different ones. This one was in there, and I think it was like $20 or something. Really affordable. I even found another one that I really like too, so I bought a couple of those. I always recommend sort of mixing and matching and playing and finding that tone, that type of perfume cologne that you really like. And that's why I like the trials, because it allows me to figure out what I want. So I recommend either of those options without having to invest heavily in a product. I really love those. So I would consider that changing those out or trying to find what you like for the fall season. So I hope that you all really enjoyed these tips. I hope you found them helpful. So if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are you going to swap out? What kind of tips did you like? Or what kind of content do you want me to see? Do you want to see from me as we move into the fall season? And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. I'll enjoy your week, ladies, and thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.